Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel Pretty in Paper by B, where we are all about sharing the joy of pretty papers. Now for today's tutorial we are on to episode 5, the final one of my iris folding zoo animal series, and I thought let's make something nice and colourful. So I've chosen a parrot iris folding for you. Now everything you need to make a card just like this one is in the box below. So gather your supplies, get comfy, and let's get crafting.
As you can see, I've got all my supplies out in front of me ready for today's session. Now we won't need the piece of A4 card until later, so you can put that to one side. We're just going to start off with this slightly small rectangular piece of card. I've put the measurements in the box down below, so don't worry. Now the first thing I've done is I've cut up the Parrot PDF, which I've included again in the box below. And the first thing we need to do is cut out this parrot silhouette from the card template. Once you've done that, we're going to use this to draw an outline onto our card base, and this will show us exactly where we can cut out our parrot shape. So I'm just going to draw a pencil line around the edge, like so. And once you've done that, you should have a line on your card that you can use to follow for your cutting. So grab your craft knife and your cutting mat, place the cutting mat underneath your card, and use your craft knife to cut out your parrot shape. And this will be where all your beautiful iris folding work will go. Once you've cut out your parrot shape, you should have a nice parrot aperture in your card, ready for the folding. So move the cutting mat to one side, you won't need that anymore, and you won't need the craft knife either. The next thing you will need is the parrot pattern, again included in the Parrot PDF. You're going to need a couple of pieces of blue tack just to stick this pattern to the table, and this just stops it moving while we're going throughout the folding. So once your parrot pattern is nice and secure on your table, you want to grab a couple more pieces of blue tack for the parrot aperture, and you're going to place these on the reverse side. Well, actually it will be the front of the card because we're going to be working from the back of the parrot, and we're going to place the aperture over the pattern so you can see all those numbers and lines through the middle. Once you've done that, you need to choose your 5 pretty papers. Now I've chosen pink as the main colour for my parrot, so I'm going to make sure I cut about 5 or 6 strips of this colour and 1 or 2 of the other colours, making sure each strip is about 2 centimetres wide. Once you've cut all your paper strips ready, you can grab your pattern guide and you can decide which of your papers are going to go where in your parrot. So as you can see, I've cut lots of the pink strip because that's my paper A. So I'm going to grab a strip of my pink paper, paper A, and fold over an edge of about 5 to 7 millimeters, just so I've got a nice crisp clean fold in the paper. I'm going to cut a strip about 2 centimeters wide, just wide enough to cover section number 1 on the parrot, and then use a couple of pieces of sticky tape to hold in place, making sure again that fold faces the centre of the parrot. So once you've done this, follow your pattern guide around your parrot, changing your colour papers as you go. Once you've placed the last strip of your pretty papers, it's time for the iris, and I've chosen this pink glitter card. I love to add some glitter to my cards, and this is the perfect way to do so. So I'm going to make sure I place this face down over the hole in the centre and stick in place with a couple of pieces of sticky tape. And now you can turn over your parrot and look at all your hard work. So there you have it, your iris folding parrot starting to take shape now. Okay, so before we add any details, I'm just going to turn this into a greetings card. And to do that, I folded my piece of A4 card in half. Now I'm just going to place foam sticky pads around the edge of my parrot about 4 or 5 centimetres apart, peel the backs off and mount to the front of my card base. As you can see, I've included some templates for some parrot features in the PDF, and I'm going to use these to add a little bit more character to our parrot iris folding. So I'm just going to apply these with my tweezers and a little bit of glue, again just to make our parrot feel a little bit more alive. So I'm going to put these together to create a little bit more of a parrot shape on our card. Remember when I said I loved glitter? Well, I've cut out a glitter border for my greetings card, and I'm going to use this to add some jungle embellishments to the front of the card. It will all make sense shortly, I promise. So I'm just going to cut some foam sticky pads down to size and place these around the edge of the border. Again, around 4 or 5 centimetres apart is fine. Then peel the backs off and stick to the front of my card. Now to finish this card off, I've cut out a series of tropical leaves and flowers just to add to the front, and it'll create a little bit more of that jungle feel to our greetings card. Now I found these on the Silhouette Design Store, so I've put a link to them below. And I'm just going to apply little bits of glue to the end of the vines and the leaves, stick in place to create that 3-dimensional feel. I've also cut out these tropical flowers, which I'm going to stick together and place around the border just to add a pop of colour to my greetings card, because the parrot is nice and bright and colourful and I wanted to draw that into the background a little bit. So here we go. Again, I'm just going to add a few more of these leaves around my flowers and the border. Again, building up that jungle environment feel around our iris folding parrot. Now to finish this card off, I'm just adding these yellow centres to the middle of my tropical flowers. Again, just creating that jungly feel, and I'm curving up the ends of them to give that a little bit more 3-dimensional effect. So there you have it, guys, an iris folding parrot greetings card. I hope you've enjoyed watching and I can't wait to see what you guys make. Don't forget to like and subscribe.